to get out of here.
Good for him. He's a success.
Ray's going to the surface. The outside world. Let's find a way to get up there.
Cooper here. That was quite a hairbreadth escape. I think it's fair to say the girl is on Derringer's radar now. To reach the surface, she'll need to use the service elevator. To use the service elevator, she'll need a keycard. I suggest she borrow one from one of the clueless desk jockeys downstairs. Setting a destination marker for the media offices. Good luck.
Madame Prideaux, speaker, listener, warrior, mentor.
You say you were born in Marseille?
That is correct.
That's so interesting because I used to take holidays with my family in Cassis.
Mm.
Where in Marseille?
In the south part, near the bay.
Ah, which bay?
I thought this was a puff piece, Miss said.
I didn't realise asking someone where they're from was a hardball question, Miss Prideaux.
Prideaux.
Well, you would know, I guess. Let's move on.
Shall we?
A Zager cassette. It's too far away. Marie used a blue keycard to board that service elevator. If I'm to get to the surface I'll need to find a keycard like hers.
Another quiet night. Reporting.
Good idea. We can reach her.
The arc suits are effective in protecting their wearer against taser strikes, but their Achilles heel is their lack of face protection, which makes them vulnerable to pepper spray.
Arming pepper spray.
Environment space in there. I don't know if I put the waypoints in there or not.
She looks really tall.
Yeah, she does. She looks really big in this room.
Yeah.
I think it's partially because a lot of our other cameras out here are further away, so it makes it look kind of small. Well, I guess
And some of these covers out here are actually kind of tall. Like
Yeah.
those planters and that like railing
Yeah,
there
they're
are a
pretty
bit
tall.
tall.
Yeah, I actually thought it looked kind of good.
That she looks really small.
No, oh, sorry, that she looked big in the hair.
Oh,
Is
okay.
it because of the FOVs?
It might be.
Alright, I'll have to bust out the FOVs in that space.
Or maybe she's just big.
Amazonian hope.
Yeah, she does look pretty big.
I don't think she's got lifters.
So, don't worry about it. It's a work in progress.
Welcome to my domain. Picking up his applications on the map. Presents radio communications. Radio present locations on the map. Leaving so soon.
Remember to silence a body scanner before sending the girl through. A simple way to avoid seeing the inside of a confinement cell. Unless that's your thing.
Good idea. My battery was getting low.
Place is quiet.
I hope they can't see me here. Good idea. We can recharge here.
What just happened?
Good idea. My battery was getting low. Good thinking. I hope they can't see me here.
What? Who did that? Nothing going. Clear. Clear. No.
I'll take this.
Heading our way now. Bring up the threat level.
He's got me. Pepper spray here. Okay, vent. It's a good thing I'm not claustrophobic. This must be Terminus. It seems almost alive. This must be what the headmaster's protecting us from. Whatever it is. I don't want to wake it up.
Okay, you go to the terminus for the first time, and I think what you're describing early on was like in line with what I was hoping for. Was like you go on the first floor, you see this immense thing, right? But you don't have the other options. You just have the option to go forward, right? But you go in the cubicles area, right? And then you meet with Maddie Sade, and then somehow maybe you make it to the second floor.
You could. That vent could go anywhere.
Yeah, or maybe we don't make it an vent. We can make it a staircase,
Yeah,
or whoever,
yeah.
or it's an elevator. Whatever.
There's empty space right here. You just go straight up.
So I'm kind of imagining it's like she basically gives you the quest, which is, hey, we're gonna do this character assassination things, and you can plug them into the terminus. So then maybe you go up, and then you get to the second floor. Now you have like these 3 doors that you've never seen before, which is like the 3 different paths, right? And you know maybe there's some backtracking or whatever, but you like it's area 1, and you finish that, and you go and you plug that into the terminus. In section B, you go in there and you finish that, and you plug it into the terminus. And in section C, you go in there, plug in the terminus, and then the boss door opens.
The Morning Bell newspaper. Weep says this is where they print the headmaster's lies.
Fellow citizens, it is morning in Metamorphosis. Bells are sounding, awakening us to a new dawn, a new era. For this reason, we must approach the day with fresh blood, bold thinking, and a return to the unbridled optimism for which we are now famous the world over. Our nation's paper of record, the Evening Standard, served us well in our early years. But lately it cries out for recalibration, rebranding. We have decided on a new name. And with that new name comes a new face. I think you'll agree there is nothing standard about the woman standing next to me. And so without further ado, please welcome our new editor-in-chief of the Morning Bell, the exquisite Matilda Sade.
Thank you, Headmaster. And please, call me Matty. No more toothless headlines about board meetings and strategy seminars. Find me something that won't put our readers to sleep. Go on, get out there. A good story doesn't just waltz through the office door and into the headlines. Now, I have a tough obit to write tonight, so if you'll excuse me, I'm going to crawl inside a bottle for a few hours.
Do you think we'll find a key card around here?
So we can either bring them into the reception area to do that talk, or maybe we add like another one of these like prompts in like the open space.
I was actually thinking that they could probably do it at the reading room. I mean, that just looks like a place where they would unveil.
But we never do historical POI.
Yeah, that's true.
Like that's based in another. I mean, we do, but I think we try our best to have the historical POI based on the room that you are actually in. There's like a recording that was done there, right?
So I guess it's a very natural idea you're having about just having it there in the space and just the employees and all that stuff.
It's not about introducing a new sign. It's about introducing a new person.
Yeah, for sure.
That's the only reason I would agree that like it needs to be in a bigger auditorium. But if we're attaching it to the sign, then I'm fine with it being, because he does mention a new name for the paper. So he is talking about a sign too in his POI.
Mm-hmm.
You can interpret it that way.
Very funny. He just turns it on. You can hear like zzz,
Sure.
Okay, never mind.
So I think at the end of the day, for the sound design, we just need a small to medium audience. Not very large reverb, but still kind of like, I don't know, a good size. The ceilings won't be that high. There will be an audience who will applause. I don't know whether or not we want crowd wall in it.
Not during a speech.
Yeah. And
but do you want the reveal of the sign? I like the idea of pulling the little sheet off of it.
I don't. Brendan brought up a good point. Like
it depends on how we record it.
The focus is on Maddie, not the sign.
Yeah.
So I forgot about that. He's right.
But I still think we should set it in that.
Yeah, exactly. It's presenting our new editor. Like she comes out of her birthday cake.
Yeah.
Good idea. We can recharge here.
This is a battery charging station. Certain Omni abilities will drain the battery on the girl's phone. You'll see her battery life displayed in the upper right-hand corner of your screen. Direct the girl to any recharging station to juice up.
Good idea. My battery was getting low. Pepper spray here.
Certain Prizrak in this area of the facility arm themselves with gas grenades. The effect will knock its targets unconscious. Sweet dreams.
Welcome back. Come back anytime.
Hello, Morning Bell staff. This is Quinn Derringer. Security Mandate 714 requires the installation of a confinement room in your offices. The Prizrak need to expand their footprint in Terminus prior to the arrival. Pardon our progress this week as we take a few measurements and knock down a few walls. Please consider this a friendly merger and not a hostile takeover.
don't know which dodgy back-alley journalism school you purchased your press credentials from, Parker, but you must have caught ill the day they explained how a newspaper layout should look, if they ever explained it at all. This collage you left on my desk looks like it was slapped together by a blind child. You left no room for inserts, adverts, ears, or bleed. You know the problem with you, Parker? You're so caught up with the substance, you forget that above all, it needs to look pretty! Zega's death video has disappeared. This coming from my source in the Prisrac. More likely they just didn't care for the ending, so they're doing reshoots. As you know, in this day and age, nothing's ever truly gone. Track down the unedited version. I would love to compare it to Herr Director's cut.
I think the design of the desk was that they liked having the shelf there, and I wasn't one way or another about the shelf. I just needed to wait for Hope to reach underneath it, and you could still see.
Why not put the key card on the shelf?
Because then it changes the animation too much because of Hope's height. She would no longer be creeping at that point. She'd actually have to stand up and reach up to get it.
Yeah, that's part of the confusion is how does she see this key?
As long as you can see it.
Yeah,
I think that's good feedback. I think we have to make sure that the key card's visible from the angle that the player is going to be seeing.
Yeah, you will not be watching this cinematic from this angle. This is for Foley.
Any other feedback?
I mean, it might be too much from like a feature standpoint, but I feel like Maddie awakens kind of abruptly. It might make sense to have like a prop on the desk that Hope kind of like knocks over onto the ground. She like brushes with her arm, and that effectively is like what wakes her up.
Thoughts, guys?
Would it help if the snoring audio stopped when Hope reaches the desk, so you have like a clue that she's awoken?
Well, could it be? Could we just do like with no visuals, just like with audio, like you know how like there's just some creaks in floors that you just don't anticipate, like that might help. It's like really subtle, but it's enough to kind of wake her up.
Yeah. It'd be nice to have like the audio, like the floorboard creaking, and then you suddenly hear the snoring stop.
Yeah. What do you think, David?
Yeah, I'll write an addendum for the email that I already sent out to Facebook.
There you go.
Rubbish! Every last word of it. This isn't how I thought I'd spend the eve of the arrival. Oh, Signor Octavo. I am so sorry. I must come to terms with the fact that I'm at least partially responsible for your death. And now I sit here, adding insult to injury, writing more lies on the wall of your coffin. I'm done. I've ruined enough lives. I refuse to taint their afterlives too.
Hi, you've reached Matty Sade at the Morning Bell. Please leave a message.
Hello?
Your stupid machine is on.
No, I'm stopping it. Hold on. There we go. Mireille, how are you, darling?
You loathsome.
Ah, not well, I guess.
I just spent the last hour getting slapped down by the headmaster because you thought it would be cute to create some pointless controversy around my drinking habits. You stupid, phony.
Phony? Well, if that isn't richer than the royal family. You're the phony, Mireille. You with your bogus name and manufactured accent. I am curious. How exactly did you manage to cultivate such a lovely and exotic French patois growing up in Blacksburg, Virginia? Miss Prideaux? Should I call you
Miss Sade?
If you want me to drop the issue, then you'd better drop the act. Ask me why I haven't shared that with the headmaster. What's the matter, darling? Cat got your tongue?
Another word about this and I swear to God I will end you.
But yeah, they're in a busy airport bar, so you're gonna have like the wall of people running to catch their flights. They've been drinking, they've been talking for a while.
There's supposed to be like this moment where at the end when the overseer is getting up to walk away, he stands up and you can kind of hear his stool screeching kind of like away from right as he pushes it away. That's kind of one, right, like I imagine we could do like a lot of really, really cool things with, like, right, you can maybe faintly hear like a plane taking off in the background, or you can hear people like with like the rolling luggage like walking down kind of to like, you know, their terminal.
Yeah, like again, my mental image was like more of an upscale bar in like the airport. I think the overseer's got pretty, how do you say, like exquisite, like pretty expensive taste.
Maybe it's like one of those Admiral Club sort of private for the airline bars, you know? Yeah, carpeted.
Yeah.
It could be. You could have a marble floor or something like that, right?
Because you can hear her high heels, maybe.
We still want to get the sense that we're at an airport, you know, like glass, you know, floor-to-ceiling windows, and beyond that it's the tarmac, so you would hear planes taking off and landing. I think if we sell that more than even just people's voices in the background, we get
that's true.
But yeah, I do like the idea that it's sort of it's more a classy place, and they're just like grabbing a Starbucks or something.
Have I made a compelling argument for metamorphosis?
You've been most illuminating.
And you've been a delight. Thank you for entertaining this nostalgic old fool for an evening, Miss Sade.
Please, call me Matty. And the only fool I see is the shaky-handed barman over there who went stingy on my gin. Time for one more.
I think another time. After this flight, I have 2 more, and then another lengthy voyage beyond that. I trust we'll meet again.
Perchance in metamorphosis.
Good evening.
Wait, you forgot this pendant thingy.
You keep it.
Harold, are you sending me secret messages? Dear Miss Sade, let's not pretend the countdown to this day didn't begin the moment we hired you. As a seasoned newsman, I am disgusted to claim you as a colleague. You lack even a modicum of basic journalistic integrity, and your investigative methods are grotesque and unethical. Blah, 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 blah. I have ignored your poorly researched writing for too long. But your article about Treglazov was a new low, even for you. That you would bend truth so plainly in order to defend a man such as him, and to do so without even the slightest regard for the reputation of this August newspaper is beyond the pale. Consider this letter your formal termination. Harold, you coward! You could have talked to me about this man-to-man! Wanker.
Even if the game wasn't all about like contraband and like control and controlling people's like behaviors and stuff, 20 wine bottles is like a really sort of obvious lame way to sell the fact that Maddie likes to drink. It's like, you know, Derringer likes to, you know, play cards, so let's have like 40 decks of cards, you know, in his office. You know, it's just overkill.
Yeah, you're right. So what do you want me to do?
Say, like Nate was saying, maybe we repurpose that. They're like shelves, basically, is what you're talking about. Shelves.
We swap the bottles for other props.
Yeah.
And I think it could still look cool.
Yeah.
Do you want to handle that, dude? Or Nate Dog, or you want me to talk to those guys? Because I hate to do this, because this happens. This happens from time to time where you know it's hard to make everything cohesive out of the game. You need to have these kind of conversations, but it's unfortunate that you know, like Peter spent all that time making it look cool. I mean, even including like probably those props too, like the wine bottles. So, but for the consistency of the story, I think it is important that we probably rip them out.
Sega bomb. Terrorists almost certainly planted explosives inside Metamorphosis. That's a bloody good headline. Too bad we'll never use it. If you tell someone there's a monster under their bed, they'll check for it every night before they fall asleep. But if you tell someone there's a bomb in their wall, they'll rip the whole house apart looking for it. We're not in the business of printing the truth. We're in the business of suppressing a national panic attack. Take these printed copies up to the librarian. Let him line the bottom of his bird cage with them.
Good idea. We can read.
quiet tonight.
Where did you go? I'll check his pockets.
I see you have discovered one of my floppy disks. As a hardcore gamer, I collect many video games. Sadly, my fellow Prizrak torment me by stealing my prized collection. Can you assist the girl in recovering my lost floppy disks? It is not like you have a more important job to do. In Super Hot, time moves only when you do, giving you the upper hand as you blast faceless baddies to shards. Reminds me of my years spent starring in stylized Hong Kong action flicks.
Over there.
Arming taser. Target neutralized. I'll take this. I'll hold on to this. Let's see what he's carrying. I got something. come in handy. Did I lose you? Going in for the steal. I don't trust that. I'll check his pockets. Good thinking. I hope they can't see me here. An old Zager cassette. Did you hang up? Found a screwdriver. The key card.
Leaving so soon? You'll need more than that to get out of here. It's all right. They won't come in here. Apparently they're afraid of me. Or what I'll write about them. Would you like a drink? Or would it corrupt your coding? You're a long way from home.
I don't have a home.
Do you have a soul? Do precals have souls? I used to. Until one night, I went to bed with the devil. I woke up regretting it. But I did it again the next night, and the night after that, and every morning I'd look at what I'd written and issue an apology. But that wore me out. Sincerity is exhausting. So I started faking it. As a woman, you learn to fake an apology. As a woman journalist, that's all you end up doing. So what's your story?
I'm escaping.
Good luck with that.
Do I have a chance?
Stupider people than you have gotten further in life with less help. You do have help, right?
No.
I see. Well, I thought I heard you talking to someone earlier. So what's your plan for getting to the surface? Because there's a pair of armoured Prizrak upstairs who like their jobs too much to let some empty-headed twit with a stolen mobile get the better of them. No offence.
None taken.
Well, I know a way to remove them. No blood, no violence. You won't have to get your hands dirty. You know what a news office calls their archives? They call it the morgue, the place where old news goes to die. But sometimes we'll bring a story back to life. Sometimes we'll raise the dead. Are you willing to summon a ghost or two?
Yes.
Then let's see which poor souls we're dealing with tonight. Edwin Chung and David Bowen. There are 2 data hubs on either side of Terminus, Atlantic and Pacific. Getting to them won't be easy, but you'll manage. Go, now.
I don't understand. What do we do when we get to them?
We?
Me.
Right. Find the Pacific and Atlantic servers. I'll call you when you get there.
That was unexpected. Can we trust her? I'd like to think so. After all, she let me keep the key card. Or maybe she just forgot I had it.
Well then, it would seem Miss Sade is stewing in a broth of remorse and hard alcohol tonight. However, she does have a solid plan for dispatching those 2 Prizrak at the service elevator. I'd advise you and the girl to follow Maddie's lead on this. Drive safely.
The screwdriver broke. The Zager room. Ugh. It really smells in here. I'm surprised the morning bell staff never noticed.
A subject near to Zager's heart. He wrote about this very issue in the Poisoned Manifesto. As with everything, Zager saw it as a government cover-up in need of undressing. That would be Derringer's personal office chair. When it went missing, Derringer immediately blamed me. I guess we can close the book on that mystery now. However, the mystery of how Zager got it through the vent remains unsolved. Zager kept lists like this one, to determine where citizens in Metamorphosis stood in case a revolution broke out. I guess I should be relieved he put me on the good side.
Zager here. Gonna try a different format tonight. We're gonna... Hey! Hey! Sit. No, no. Just sit there. It's fine. It's all gonna be fine. All right, we're gonna switch things up a bit, and yours truly is gonna conduct an interview. You may know my first guest from such crimes against humanity as the recalibration of innocent children and the rape and murder of privacy. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a big Zager Radio Hour welcome to one of the Arc Prizrak from Terminus Level 2! What? I can't understand. What? Oh, right, yeah, sorry. Here. Yeah, sorry about that. It pulls off the skin sometimes. Okay, so you're here, and you're here. It's a big show, so, introduce yourself. What's your name? Come on, say something. What's your name?
Your mother.
That is a terrible name! Your parents must have been horrible, horrible people. Okay, just stop. It's okay. Hey, it's okay. Dude, seriously, you're embarrassing me. Stop inching away from the mic. Can't hear you when you do that. Okay, my first question for you, sir. Who are the pre-cals? Huh? Are they clones? Some kind of genetic experiment? Treglazov's illegitimate kids?
What? I don't know. I don't have any association with the pre-cals.
No association, huh? That's funny because I caught you red-handed beating up a little boy, and yet you're saying no association.
That boy.
Yeah.
9!
3W.
He stole a uniform. He was armed.
He was 95 pounds. He's a scared kid. You want to tell me why Derringer and the lot of you are so worried about one of the pre-cals jumping off this little merry-go-round?
It's for the protection.
Right? How's that exactly? Huh? This is not going well at all. Do you want some coffee?
Stop it! Answer my question!
This is how an interview works. You've got to say things, dummy. Look. Did you piss your pants? Oh my God, you did. Okay, well, I guess I won't be borrowing your uniform after all.
Please stop.
Okay, hang on. Just... Okay. Well, I think that's about all the time we have for today. Next week we'll do a call-in show. So, Zager out. Dude, so unprofessional. Okay. Zager here. You can always find a crime. That's their motto. That's their mantra. They tattoo it to the inside of their eyelids. You can always find a crime.
Let's hear a Zager cassette.
Okay. You can always find a crime. That's their motto. That's their mantra. They tattoo it. You can always find a crime. That's their motto. That's their mantra. They tattoo it to the inside of their eyelids. You can always find a crime, and it's true. You can find almost anything if you look hard enough. But you know, the one thing you'll never find, no matter how long you search for it, is the end of a good conspiracy. Just when you think you've caught the beast by the tail, you round a corner and discover it just keeps going. It's never ending. It's all tail. And while you're gunning further and further down the rabbit hole, they're watching you. They're waiting for you to slip up, forget to rewind, run a red light, or play your T-Rex bootleg too loud after 10 p.m., which you only did because your ex-wife won't shut up about you not having a square job like all her friends' husbands with their starch white collars and their paisley ties. Carol! But my point is this. You think you're onto them. They're onto you. You try to track them, follow them, find out their dirty little business. And that's just an open invitation for them to find out yours. So what am I saying? What What am I saying? Am I saying you shouldn't pay attention? No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, be smart. When you tail a suspect, you don't follow too close. If the winds change, they smell you coming up behind them. I'm telling you, you gotta be smart if you want to unravel a good conspiracy. So rule number 1, don't ask questions. At least not out loud or to anyone that's alive. Rule number 2, pretend you don't give a shit. You see them dump a body in the marsh, act like it's no big thing. And rule number 3, rules 1 and 2. If you don't ask questions, you'll never learn the truth. And if you look the other way when bad happens, just get away with it. Best thing you can do is to make a scene. Make a mess of things, look like a screw-up. Once they've written you off as a joke, go be smart. You can't break a few eggs without making an omelet. Just don't let them know you learned how to cook. This is Zager. And I'm telling you, don't trust anyone. Not even yourself. I'm not afraid to die. I got no qualms about winding up on the wrong end of a gun. We all go someday. What scares me is what they do to me after I'm dead. Maybe they leave my body intact. Make an open casket martyr out of me. That ain't likely. See, I think the chances are that they're gonna cremate me and burn me like a stack of banned books. And then they'll take the propaganda machine out for a victory lap and scatter my ashes like so much confetti in a ticker tape parade. Because who doesn't love a parade, right? Who doesn't love a parade? Well, I don't. Listen, kids, I don't know what Treglazov has in store for you, but whatever he gives you going forward is too little, too late. Because he's already taken the best of you. He's taken your identity. That's what this place does. It's what men like the Overseer do. They remove your right to privacy, and they leave you afraid to speak your mind. Pretty soon, there's no mind left to speak from. And without a point of view, you've got nothing. And you might as well be dead. Well, I'm still alive. And while there's still fire in my heart and a dangerous amount of wild turkey in my veins, I'm going to prepare for my own afterlife. I'm going to write my own obit. I'm going to get out in front of the old man's propaganda machine, and I'm going to stand there like the tank man and unyielding, unmoving. Too often, history is written by bad men, but not my history. Not my history. Not tonight. Tonight, I tell my own story. Even if it kills me. I have a treat for you today, kids. Today, I have got a book review for you. No, it's not the manifesto. It's one of the Overseer's earlier efforts. It's a little self-help manual from the late 90s with this rather dubious title. There it is. Defrag Your Mind, the Pursuit of Happiness in a Computer Age. This could be the biggest waste of printed pages ever to burden a bookshelf. I mean, this makes Mein Kampf look like Anne of Green Gables. Now, on page 1, he states, and I'm quoting here, "Disorganization is the single greatest threat to the continued existence of modern society." So, not genocide, not nuclear proliferation, not government oppression, not Wall Street. Clutter! Oh, man. I wish you could see this. This is got to be the ugliest dust jacket photo I've ever seen. Awful tie, worse haircut, nice sweater, jerk. This book starts by reminding us that we're all essentially supercomputers with an emphasis on the word super. It's cute. Next, he explains how we can simplify our lives, be even happier, by cleansing our minds of thoughts that are hold on, impure on the level of psychological honesty and filled with resentment and spiritual shallowness. Blah, 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 blah. Basically, this book is all about the whitewashing of the ugly truth and recasting it as beautiful lies. He thinks clutter's the problem? Well, I'd hate for him to see this place. Although, on second thought, maybe I should invite him over sometime for a little glasnost. Blow his mind. Literally. All right, I gotta go. This is Zager, reminding you, don't trust anybody. Not even me.
I found a taser.
The only thing you're in charge of are the thoughts crashing around in your head. Everything else is beyond your control. But there are those who believe control can be rebranded, repackaged as participation, and that by doing this, the people will fall in line. See, they believe our actions can be made predictable, predetermined. They think they're God. They play the part, but they're nothing like God. Now, they do, however, share a thing or two with the devil. Our fearless leader here in Metamorphosis, for example, like the devil, he goes by many names. Sir, Treglazov, Headmaster, Overseer. He's never met a man whose will he didn't try to bend the way a prism bends light, or break a man the way the gauchos break a horse. But the more he wraps the reins tighter in his small, meaty, sweaty little fists, the more they slip through his fingers. Because the Overseer, he doesn't know that a man cannot be tamed. A man cannot be controlled. And to drive a man toward domestication is to drive him over the edge, as my ex-wives can attest to. And man, beyond that cliff is pure chaos. Endless, terrifying, and honest. Chaos is a plain dealer. Now, the Overseer has a slight obsession with purity, if you haven't noticed, but control ain't pure. It's oily and unctuous and slithery and full of deceit and lies. Now chaos, well, that's as pure as mountain spring water, as right as rain. The old man is oil, and I'm water, so it's no wonder we don't mix so well. So I say, it's time we give our fearless leader a taste of real purity, right? Let's rain down chaos in this place and wash away all the lies. This is Zager reminding you, don't trust anyone, not even me. I'm not afraid to die. I have a treat for you today, kids. Today, I have got a book. Zager here. Today, all Prizrak were required to report to the reading room for a mandatory audience with the overseer. Wait, I'm sorry, correction. The few and the proud were pleasantly surprised to find themselves graced by a visit from the big cheese himself. His Majesty treated our hometown heroes to a few select passages from his manifesto. And after all the applause, he even sat down to sign a few copies. So about this time, I'm off. I'm wandering the halls, doing a bit of reconnaissance when some FOB Prizrak found me and dragged me along. As luck would have it, I had a manifesto with me. But it wasn't any old manifesto. It was mine. The edited version, where the pages are filled with righteous invective and disciplined truth. Like I've said before, my manifesto is the old man's death warrant. A summons for all the evil he's wrought into this place and beyond. Well, at least it will be once I can crank out enough copies. I'm kind of running a one-man opera here. Where was I? Oh yeah. So, all of a sudden here I am, being hustled up to the podium to meet the man himself. And before I can hide the book, he snatches it out of my hands, opens it up to the first page. Behind the mask, I'm white as a sheet. I'm waiting for him to look down to see my, improvements. I froze. And he just smiles, that big plastic smile at me, and kissed me as John Hancock, under the words, "Best wishes." So he hands it over. Off I go, and, well, here I am. I wonder if that smug Treglazov could appreciate the irony of signing his own death warrant. I know I do. Oh, God, this collar. Itchy, man. It's got me scratching like a flea-bitten dog in a patch of poison oak. Not to mention, I've got this clicking in my head that I just can't seem to shake. Bet you the overseer probably put a chip in my brain. Now it's malfunctioning. I figured forcing everyone to wear a collar wasn't enough, so he decides to tag us too. I've got an epic case of cabin fever. I think maybe I'm going crazy. Crazier than usual. I gotta get out of here. I tell you, my mind, it's melting. It's dripping out of my ears. It's all this technology, this invisible energy. It's cutting right through me every second of the day. Wi-Fi is killing me, man. It's cutting me down slowly. There's no way to turn my brain off, and no way to keep this guy's gray matter a secret from his prying eyes, because he's psychic. No, don't say that. Stop saying that. Stop saying that. He has 1 billion cameras in this place, that's all. 1 billion cameras, and they're all aimed at me. Better if they were guns. You know, I'd kill myself if I thought it'd keep him from reading my thoughts. But he'd probably just dig up my corpse, plug out my spine, and shove it into some computer. Is that even possible? Can people really do that yet? Oh, God. My only choice is to keep drinking. Just keep drinking until my mind resembles an overcooked asparagus. I think I'm halfway there, I think. Every brain cell I drown is one less piece of evidence that bastard's thought police could turn against me. Booze is the best degaussing gun. Okay, I gotta go. Remember, don't trust me. Not even anyone. You know what? You know what? Privacy is dead. But somehow, I'm still alive. My it's missing. And someone's been in here. I swear it. I know what you're probably thinking. And yeah, I am paranoid. But you'd be paranoid too if everyone was always out to get you. I swear I put these pictures away before I left. Are they scattered everywhere? Maybe was I just drunk? No. Someone was here. I can't stay here. Whoever it was, whoever messed with my stuff, they'll be back. I gotta leave this place. I suppose it was only a matter of time. Keeping a secret from the overseer is hard enough. Keeping a secret room, well, that's nearly impossible. I'm gonna have to burn this spot and move on now. Still, this is a life, right? Show me a revolutionary who isn't living in their own and I'll show you a revolution destined to fail. Because when that fateful day arrives and technology betrays us, I'll be well suited for survival. I'll set up shop, string some tin cans together, and I'll start spreading that gospel. But for right now, I can't settle down. I can't. Gotta stay hungry, gotta stay lean. Living in shadow is a necessity in my line of work. You know what it's like? I'm like that rat scratching around behind your walls. Until one day, you don't hear him anymore. And you sit there and you hope he went silent because he's dead. But in your heart of hearts, You know that rat ain't dead. He's off somewhere, making more rats. You know what? You know what? Privacy is dead. Somehow, I'm still alive. My is missing. And someone's been in here. I swear it. Know your enemies. I'm not talking about those that come at you with clenched fists, but with open arms. I'm not talking about that creepy old Victorian on the hill with the rickety shutter and the murder crows perched on the roof. No, that's too easy to see. I'm talking about the charming Mediterranean split level with the 2.5 kids in the yard. The one that looks warm and inviting, and you don't realize you're in a frame until you step inside and that big door swings shut on you. That is the real House of Horrors. Not Derringer. Not Derringer. A blind man could see through his brand of corporate evil. I'm talking about Treglazov. I'm talking about his mouthpiece, Maddie Sade, a resident journalist. A woman who's literally in bed with the overseer. Or has been. People talk. Anyway. I don't know what kind of journalist she was on the outside, but she's certainly sold her soul 1,000 times over in here. And what makes her so insidious is that she's too damn pretty. She's the plastic that'll melt first and cause a grease fire when the revolution heats up. She tells her lies through a megawatt smile. But for now, she's more dangerous than Derringer or any of those masked chumps. Even Mireille and all her empty promises have got nothing on Maddie. Actually, bad example. Mireille has got something on everyone. I've seen the files. Huh. Yeah? That gives me an idea.
So I'm using this.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll tell David that.
Yeah, and he
Yeah, if he has changes on the fly, we can talk
and
about
he
them
knows what we're working with because he has that same doc too.
Where are we going with David and Darren?
They have a scene together, and then Darren's done.
They have a Zigger tape together, and then Darren's done.
Is it a tape?
And we're going to record it with the tape recorder.
Yeah.
But is it a tape? Wait a minute. Are they both going to be recording on that microphone?
So we're going to do it
on the tape recorder.
And on the tape recorder.
But my question is the tape recorder is going to be in front of David. How are you going to get his lines?
Oh, we're just going to put it on the stand between them. Those mics.
So yeah, like
They're
Darren's
pretty
gonna be
good.
in the corner, and then David might be a little closer.
That's fine. Yeah, I just want to make sure you have the right thing.
Impressively.
We're going to do something very cool. We're actually using an old Panasonic tape recorder for this next scene. For real. It sounds awesome.
If they don't get it, they don't get it, and they weren't going to get it either way. Even if we can put them in, if we make it a forced path through the Zega room, they might not even scan the POI or whatever. Second thing is, I look at this, it's like the schoolyard thing of, oh, you don't know about Zega, have you found the Zega room? Do you know where it is? Like, I really want that for our game, and I think if we make everything critical path, we lose some of that, like, schoolyard kind of gossip that happens on with the game. So those are my two thoughts. Go ahead.
Two things. One, I think you're thinking of it in terms of we don't want to cater to players who aren't engaged, and that's not the way I think of this. I think of this as a tool to help everyone who's designing the game and working on this design story element of the game, have a baseline understanding of like, okay, here's what the player knows, so here's what we can introduce, and like these are the tools that we can make use of, and it helps us just as much, if not more, than it helps players by giving them that. Like we can now have like 3 episodes in, we can finally have like some sort of baseline assumption about like what the player knows. The second thing is I question the idea that like the Zager thing is a schoolyard thing when it's an integral part of the story. It's not like a B story or C story. Like this is the story. I feel like we move past episode 3 without acknowledging how instrumental and integral to the narrative it is, then that's risky.
Did you go? Are you still there? This spot looks good. Good idea. My battery was getting low. Good idea. My battery was running low. They won't find me out here.
Hello to both of you. My name is Matty, and I'll be your tour guide tonight. Are you back at the terminus yet? Go ahead and choose one of the two server wings, Atlantic or Pacific. We'll reconvene when you get there.
Data keeps best when chilled.
Alright kids, you're on the right track. Work your way through there to the server room and find the Prisrac. We've sworn an oath to protect the terminus, even though they haven't a clue what it is.
Why is it so... Let's see what he's got on him. Got it.
Repeat transmission.
Over there.
Oh no. And he sees me. Look, pepper spray. They won't find me in here.
What are you selling? Sorry to see you go.
Good idea. My battery was running low. Did I lose you?
Anexography.
Don't make me call you. Let's go for the steal.
Nothing going.
Are you there? Going in to pick his pockets.
Wholesale fiber auction commencing in 3 minutes.
Got it.
Philistine in the warmth of a burning kitchen. Resolved by Morgan 3.
I'll be taking this.
R for Roger.
The Overseer is a glutton for raw data. He's already cleaned his own plate. Now he's eating off yours, mine, and everyone you've ever known.
Repeat transmission.
This is...
Good idea. We can recharge here.
How may I help you now? Leaving so soon.
I found a cassette.
Nothing going. 7th century. Repeat transmission.
Going in for the steel.
Chariots obscura. Nothing going. A poet's pledge.
Is this what we're looking for?
Good, you're there. That pre-epic metaphor you see in front of you is the Atlantic server. Have your friend access it.
So like you see a manifesto upside down in a wastebasket. Let's say you listen to a POI and it's like, honey, I'm not going there because I believe this guy's ideology. She's like, then why are you going there? It's like, because, you know, it's a good job. Like, watch this. Look, for 3 points. And you hear like, and then the manifesto lands in the trash cans. That's how much I am not following his ideology, you know, like she's talking to her husband or whatever, right? And then, so you get a sense of what that is. So you see this picture in the trash can, and then you hear like him say like, I hate this stupid country. Let's say he's talking about the U.S. You combine, I hate this stupid country with the trash bag, and Maddie's like, no, that's not going to cut it. And you're like, that seems like a slam dunk. It's showing him like trash the manifesto and say he hates the country. But then you hear one where Leslie, this guy's wife, is talking about how like, I spent the last $14 on this stupid webcam and I can't even find you. And meanwhile, I wasn't able to afford the inoculations for our kid. Now he could be tubercular. And then, so that one actually, because it fits who the overseer is, like specifically, like the overseer hates germs, he's like a germaphobe. That coupled with like a photograph of the Prizrak wiping his nose or something like that, it's like, oh no, like he brought tuberculosis on board, or he infested, you know, metamorphosis with like, the one that looks on paper like it would be the slam dunk isn't, because it's more specific to what the overseer's ideology is.
Yeah, I think the challenge here is that, like, players shouldn't feel like they made a mistake or whatever, but it's more like Maddie gives you more context in the world. Like, that's true.
When you get something right, she needs to like immediately tell you, yeah, he hates germs or whatever, and it kind of locks in or something like that.
What's happening?
Good. You've awakened it. Be a dear and switch it on. Metamorphosis is so gloomy this time of year. Let's get out and explore the world, shall we? I wonder what the weather's like in David Bowen's hometown of Chattanooga, Tennessee. Select that location on the map. That's not it. We're looking for a different place. This isn't relevant to our investigation. Yeah, that's it.
Where are you? Once again, I find myself sitting here, alone, talking to a computer with no one on the other side. David, I don't know what to do. I spent $14 on this microphone so that we could talk. I don't know where you are. I haven't heard from you in weeks. You said you would be able to call every day. June is having a really rough time at school. And Libby has impetigo. And Dr. Carter says we could get it. If you have a doctor there, please, go see him. I don't want you to get anyone else sick. You could be really contagious, and it's worse if you get it as an adult.
Nice. That could be useful. What else can you find?
Can I help?
No, sir. This is your last home-cooked meal for a while, and you're gonna sit right there and not lift a finger.
That I can do.
I hope they feed you decently. Can't have you wasting away on me.
I'm sure they'll feed us. Are you worried about me?
Always.
This is a great opportunity, Les.
If it's so great, why didn't Mitchell sign up too?
Beth's family is loaded. Mitch doesn't have to take every job comes his way. I'm gonna miss you.
I'm making buttermilk pie.
You hear what I just said?
Yeah, I heard you. That reminds me. When you get to where you're going, check your gray carry-on. I left you a surprise.
Did you now? Well, I should warn you. This place I'm going, they have strict rules about contraband. Especially contraband of a pornographic nature.
Relax. They're tasteful.
Then I should have no problem smuggling them in.
Brilliant. Keep searching, you two.
Hello?
Mitchell? Hey, it's
Leslie.
Leslie, yeah.
What's up?
Sorry,
Hey, don't be sorry. What's going on, darling?
We're in a lot of trouble.
What kind of trouble?
I don't know how we're going to be able to buy groceries for the week. David isn't responding to my calls. It's like he dropped off the face of the earth. The check he was supposed to send last Thursday didn't arrive, and now I don't.
Hey, it's all right. We'll figure something out.
Anything I can do to repay you.
We'll figure something out.
Thank you. You've always been such a good friend to David. And me.
I'll tell you what. Why don't you come over to the house tonight and we'll make this all okay.
Oh, I thought Beth said you were out of town.
Oh, well, yeah, Beth's going to her sister's for the weekend, but, hey, I'll be here. What'd you like for dinner tonight? I'll pick us up something, and I'll get us a bottle. You still drinking Irish Gold?
Oh, I mean, I shouldn't. I have to be up early tomorrow.
No. You come over and relax and have a drink with me. We'll make this okay. Don't you worry, darling. We'll figure this all out.
You've got a nose for this. What else can we grab?
Oh, hey, Mitchell. I didn't see your truck outside.
David, your wife picked me up on the way home from the supermarket. I hope you don't mind. I took your last beer.
No, that's all right.
Hey, what you got there? Popping pills?
Huh? Oh, right. No, Libby's sick. Some kind of infection.
That's a shame.
Yeah, she's fine. These things ain't cheap, though. And I find out today they aren't covered by our plan. Pretty much the perfect cap to a week. I don't know if Leslie told you, but we're pretty upside down on the mortgage. Gotten enough late notices we could wallpaper the living room with them.
I'm sorry to hear that. Anything I can do?
Nah. You've bailed us out enough times. Can't ask you again. There's just no work right now.
Oh, man. Hey, what if I told you I might have a job for you? You're gonna have to travel, but the pay is real good.
You kidding? I'll commute to the moon and back if it means we can save this house.
We're close. Let's find just a bit more.
Mom? June? Did we forget how to knock? Sorry. Jeez. Shut the door.
Now, let's try that again.
Mom, may I please come in?
You may.
What are you doing?
Helping your father pack a suitcase.
What did you just stick in there?
None of your business. Did you finish doing your homework?
Yes. Mom, is Daddy joining the cult?
Of course not.
But this boss guy, Treglazov, he sounds like he's running a cult.
I'm sure it's not that bad.
Do not talk about our fearless leader that way.
Seriously, Dad?
Hey, listen to me, Junebug. I am not joining a cult. I admit this seems a little weird, but this is a great opportunity for our family. There's a lot of money in this job. It's private security. This is no different than when I went to work at JL National. You remember?
That was in Akron, Ohio. This is like halfway around the world.
Yeah, it's a little bit further, but we need the money. Don't worry. I don't care one bit about this guy's belief system, and neither should you. If this Treglazov turns out to be as crazy as he looks, I'll just leave. I'll turn around and come right home. I promise.
We should have enough to make this Prizrak disappear. Let's conjure a little journalistic magic. We're here to build a case against the Prizrak David Bowen. The full story, replete with scandalous quotes and damning photos. Select some audio or an image to get started. Nothing worse than a sharp image of a fuzzy concept. Let's pick the most incriminating photo we can. We have the photo. Choose a soundbite with some real bite.
I don't care one bit about this guy's belief system, and neither should you. If this Treglazov turns out to be as crazy as he looks, I'll just leave.
This boss guy, Treglazov, he sounds like he's running a cult.
Well, I should warn you. This place I'm going, they have strict rules about contraband. Then I should have no problem smuggling them in.
You could be really contagious, and it's worse if you get it as an adult.
Beginner's luck. You've got a future in journalism. Would you like to publish this?
Between you and me, I don't feel comfortable with this. Those poor people.
Don't be such a pill. We just take what we need and ignore their tales of hardship. At least I do. If you get off on every sordid detail, well, that's your problem. Now, we've got one more server to go. Let's get to the other side of Terminus.
R for
idea. My battery was...
Smell your wares. Here you go.
Wholesale cyber auction commencing in 3 minutes.
I see water down there. It occurs to me I don't know how to swim.
Keep moving and stay out of trouble.
Mark 7. Watch the southeast sky above the Perseus Gap. Avoid eye contact with the returning surveillance master. Hardwired sedition.
P0 at the ready.
Watch the southeast sky above the Perseus Gap.
I'll check his pockets.
Resolved by Mark 3.
Nice.
Edexography.
Everything looks good.
This spot looks good.
Chariots obscura.
I hope they can't see me here.
R for Roger. Chariots.
The door's locked. I can't go any further. Thanks. You found me a good spot. I hope they can't see me here.
Confirm all poets lost to hardship. Last initial, R. Last initial, R.
NTR.
Enixography. Mark 3. Feet, 47.9113 inches.
I've got something. I hope they can't see me here.
Metaphysical holding pattern. Indefinite radical adjustment to unenamored declination 7, 4, 3. Watch this go. Ignore all other traffic. Comply with the nuisance. Repeat transmission. Make preparations for the Alabaster Man. southeast sky above the Perseus Gap. Inoxography.
Pepper spray here. What's yours is mine.
Definite radical adjustment to unenamored declination.
You can open this, can't you? These are... I should be safe.
Inoxography. Ares 31, Roger. All above the burning ledge. Mark 8, 7. Command and conquer. Ignore all other traffic.
I'll hold on to this. Nothing.
All for Roger.
Going in for the steel.
Indefinite radical adjustment to unenamored declination 7, 4, 3.
Nice. Good thinking. I hope they can't see me here.
Watch the skies for electromagnetic disciples. Watch the southeast sky above the Perseus Gap.
This spot looks good.
Inoxography.
They won't find me in here.
Mark 3.
Let's see what he's got on it. Got it. Found a screwdriver. I should be safe here.
Huh?
Arming taser.
All above the burning ledge.
Help!
Mark 8. 7. Ignore all other traffic.
You found me a good spot. I hope they can't see me
Area
here.
31. Roger.
I'll hold on to this. This hiding place looks cool.
Go south 1 degree.
I hope they can't see me here.
West 118 degrees. Go south 1 degree. Mark 8. 7. Go south 1 degree.
Arming pepper spray. Let's see what he's carrying.
Sounds good. Prince checking in.
Area 31. Roger.
battery was getting low. I don't have room for anything else.
Sell your wares. Come back anytime.
Good idea. We can reach... charge here.
Indefinite radical adjustment to unenamored declination 7, 4, 3. Last initial, R. Owen's pledge. Repeat transmission. Confirm all poets lost to hardship.
Cassette. A screwdriver. This should come in handy.
Last initial. Command and conquer.
We're here.
Splendid. Access the server as before and we'll get started.
Alright, now, at this point, Edwin has been scribbling. He stops, and he starts to cry. Now, the tricky part here is you have to stop crying while he's talking. And you can, after you say, I'm sorry, give me a couple more tears, and then the rest of it could just be sad rather than continuing to cry. Okay?
So start from 30.
30 through the end of the scene, which is 36, bottom of the page. Now we're rolling.
抱歉，没事。我不知道我应该要怎么做，我有点晕了。会这样。
Cry. It's your fault.
感觉地球引力拉不住我，顶飘飘的，可以飘出地球的。
I can't do this.
这个感觉。
I know what
我
they're
的抓
saying.
住点是什么？要不然就要飘走了。
I sure hope that was great, Dave.
That was.
That was fantastic.
All right, so that's good. That could be cool. So, are you guys okay with like 3 good choices then?
I can make it so you have unlimited, like
But
as many as you want.
I prefer like 3.
Okay.
That there's like we like 3 of them that are like strong enough that she would be open to going to one of the 3.
Yeah, I'm down. That sounds good.
And so then what happens? Sorry.
Well, no, go. Because I was kind of getting that. Okay.
Okay, so players combine this and the photo that she likes, and she says it's a good one. And she fills out the headline. She says, "Do you want me to mark it with you?" Are players gonna be disappointed that they didn't have chances to combine the other ones and see what she thought?
Yeah, then I don't think it should be an automatic thing. I mean, if you have even just a publish button, then it gives you the opportunity to like, you know.
So the publish, I gotcha.
Yeah.
So at the bottom, the publish button appears if she likes it.
Maybe it's a trial and error thing. Maybe you hit the publish button and then she tells you like if that's strong enough or not, and then she's like back to the drawing board, and then so like after you got a good combination, you hit publish and she says yay or nay.
If the headline's in there, then the publish button becomes illuminated. Players can then tap it, and then she says, "Oh, do you want to put your name on it?" And that's the final step.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the flow.
I think that's a good flow.
Okay.
The Prizrak Edwin Chung hails from Shenzhen, China. Select that access point on the map. This isn't relevant to our investigation. That's not it. This isn't relevant to our investigation. Nothing to see here. That would be it.
You received his manifesto?
No, I'm good.
What? Do I have your attention? You seem distracted.
Not distracted. The manifesto.
That's what we're talking about. Had a chance to read it yet?
Some. It's controversial.
Come again?
It's good. It's controversial, though.
Great ideas always are. You did well on your aptitude test.
The questions just made sense to me. What's the next step?
There's a boat in Victoria Harbor. Boat called Clara's Overcoat. It'll leave sharply at 9 o'clock in the morning, your time, so be sure to be early. You don't want to get left behind.
I'll be there.
Then I'll see you next Wednesday. Oh, and Mr. Dion.
Edwin.
My employer and I want to tell you how deeply sorry we are for your recent loss. In our country, accidents like the one that befell your family don't happen. Ever.
You're off to a good start. Keep searching.
要吃早饭吗？不，我可以做粥。然后你应该出去走走，我会帮你清理好。不用了，我来清理吧。出去吧，出去走走。艾迪文，停一下，听我说。 把笔放下来，只要1秒钟。
抱歉，
没事。
我不知道我应该要怎么做，我有点晕了。
会这样的。
我感觉地球引力拉不住我，轻飘飘的，可以飘出地球的感觉。我该怎么做点什么呀？要不然就要飘走了。
Well done. What else?
总算安静了。我喜欢这样。我希望能更安静一点。
你不是那个意思。
刘伟以前哭一整夜，哭得烦死了。
你不是那个意思。
哪有宝宝不哭的？电影不会像这样。我们也不知道是什么原因，可能是噩梦做着，那么被什么吓到了，吓到我老婆。她以前特别担心，不过我就是讨厌她。
你还在惊吓中？
那我半辈子都在惊吓中。那我不知道。我喜欢现在的安静，不过这个城市还不够安静。我想去别的地方。
那你或许应该去吧。你或许
连这个国家也不够安静，不像我们小时候那样。我比较喜欢以前这个国家，不像现在对人大喊大叫的。
你就去让你快乐的地方吧，试上几个月。
离开这个讨厌的国家以后，我再也不会回来了。
艾迪文，嘘，拜托你小声点。
Aces, keep looking.
这些是什么？
他们寄给我一个礼物。
谁？
就是他们嘛，玩蜕变的人。
这有本书，《共和国》，他们给你寄了不少文件来，你都读了吗？
读了一部分。
这儿还有些医疗表格，你还没有填完呢。
他们填好的已经够多了。
艾迪文，我没有在开玩笑，这些人做事非常仔细的，甚至仔细的过分了。你看看这个，他们要你列出婴儿时期感染的每一种传染病，里面说你不这样做的话就是犯法。
然后呢？
这个表你填的不对，认真一点。艾迪文，你不了解这些人。
你说话就像我妈。
肺结核你怎么说？
我30岁，得的是前腹非经核，这病不会传染的。
那么非典型性肺炎呢？你有症状，你有一次病得很重。
我不会告诉这些害怕新居的人我得过非典，谁会在意啊？那都是好几年前的事了。我现在好了，我不用每打个喷嚏或者喷着脚趾头要让这些人知道。乔治，你别那么夸张。
We're nearly there. Anything else?
艾迪文，是我到了你这儿了，东西看起来挺不错的，只是金钱数快数了。抱歉，我想我浇的水太多了。老兄，你在哪儿啊？怎么老是收到你的留言？我偷玩了你一些电子游戏，我最想玩的那个找不着了，你知道哪个吗？我真不敢相信你玩偷变这么暴力的游戏。你看到那些禁玩项目的清单了？我真想和你知道怎么把它偷过来的。不说了，我希望你找到你要的东西，然后快点回家。我今天可能一天都待在家里，空气质量指数又超过175了，街上大家又都戴上口罩。
Perfect. You've dug up enough dirt. Let's add some water and make mud. If mudslinging is an art form, then this is our canvas. This should look familiar. Select either the text or image box to begin. If you can't defend it, you shouldn't say it. Find us a juicy soundbite and move it onto the template.
离开这个讨厌的国家以后，我再也不会回来了。
我真不敢相信你玩突变这么暴力的游戏。
我到底怎么做点什么呀？我不会告诉这些害怕新巨人而我得过飞剑，谁会在意啊？
A winning headline on your first attempt. Care to publish? Diseased Priswag Edwin Chung unleashes contagion. Says, who cares? I know who cares, and his name rhymes with Overseer.
That wasn't any easier the second time around. Every ugly detail. I feel sick to my stomach.
Your after-the-fact moral piety is tiresome. If you know a better way to kill a man without firing a shot, I'd love to hear it.
Mark 3. Owen's Pledge. Ares 31, Roger. Indefinite radical adjustment to unenamored declination 7, 4, 3. Repeat transmission.
Equipping P0. Target neutralized. He's already been hit. You found me a good spot. They won't find me in here.
Hardwired sedition.
Good idea. My battery is running
threat level up.
low. P0 here.
To peddle your wares. Sorry to see you go.
Well done, both of you. Head to the door marked Control. I'm just putting the finishing touches on our first article now. Should have it out over the wire shortly.
Locked. Let's find a way to open it. Good idea. We can recharge here. They won't find...
Back to peddle your wares. Leaving so soon.
These nasty little mines, affectionately called sleepyheads, can really interrupt Prizrak's patrol path. Something for the girl to keep in mind. I mean mind.
Good idea. My battery was running low. What's yours is mine. Are you there?
NPR.
I'll check his pockets. I got something.
Everything looks good. Clear. What do you got?
This might come in handy.
No sign of the pre-cal.
I'll hold on to this.
Who is it? Who is it? Hope? Hello? Is anyone there? What the... Who left this? This is not a manifesto. The propaganda machine is a well-oiled piece of hardware. Dissection rooms? What are you doing? Reading his manifesto. Lights out.
What is this? Your boyfriend's mixtape?
No, sir. It's a Zeger cassette. He addresses the pre-cals.
What do you mean?
The rant. Zeger, on the tape. He addresses Weep personally.
Who the hell is Weep?
I mean the 933W. Do you want to listen to it? It might be useful.
Personally, I'd rather listen to Murray talk than hear whatever's on that tape.
Yes, sir.
Just bag it up.
He didn't need any encouragement. He had it in his mind to escape this place, long before Zager first talked about revolution.
Dear Headmaster, by the time you read this, I will have escaped. My mind is set on it. This place of yours is pure mathematical evil. You think that we're all ones and zeros, but we're not. And more of us every day are beginning to see through your lies about the outside. Once, you had me. I believed in you. In metamorphosis. When I was a child, I dreamed of joining the Prizrak. You should have let me. Now, it's too late. If you see 390H, tell her she has my heart. I'm coming back for it someday. Sincerely, 933W.
Listen to me, Sullivan. I want you to reopen the case against 933W, the one who called himself Weep. And don't tell me again you got more important things to do. His little honeypot is wandering the halls as we speak. Catch the sparrow, and you'll coax the raven out of his nest. Provided the boy is still alive.
Okay, this is maybe a stretch, but what if Maddie knows we could take down this guy because she's got past experience with him, and then she went to his office, like, or not his office, his room, trying to collect more stories about like contraband, alcohol, or whatever. So she's interviewing. He's like, "What do you think about this thing?" And then he slips and says this thing, and so we can get her in the scene.
Right, we get her in the scene and said, what if it's Mireille? Like, we still have to record with Jennifer Hill,
right?
And we need more of her anyway.
Correct.
So what if it's her?
Oh,
That's
and
the
then-
smoking gun. She's like, you can't have this poster in here. He's like, you had bottles of wine. Like, what's the harm in a poster? It's like, I hate you. And like, he mutters something.
No. I was thinking like, but I was thinking what you're gonna go with that is you have that interchange. He's too much of a coward, I think, to stand up to her.
Right.
But then after she leaves, he's like, I hate her.
Yeah.
Like
He says something. He mutters it under his breath. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Okay. Mireille. So liquor poster Mireille is like, you got to take this down. It's like, Derringer said I could keep it. Yeah, that's even it. It's like, Derringer said I could keep it. It's like, she's like, I find that hard to believe. But, be that as it may, I'm telling you, you got to take it down.
There's
it's
still
like,
that power struggle.
Yeah, well, who do I answer to? It's like you're answering to me because I'm,
Because I'm the one in the room right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Citizens of Metamorphosis, this is Matty Sade with the Morning Bell Online Edition. Tonight's breaking news concerns one of our most elite Prizrak, a man entrusted to stand watch over us, to protect us at all costs. But now, this Prizrak, Edwin Chung, is charged with spreading contagion within these very walls. We at the Morning Bell Online Edition will continue our up-to-the-minute coverage as we learn more. Thank you. And watch your step.
believe you dragged me out of there. You see the look on his face?
We might have a security breach. Someone just accessed both the Atlantic and Pacific server rooms.
Okay, well, we'll just trace it.
I did. It was Maddie Sade's car.
Morning Bell. Okay, she's allowed.
Yeah, but why tonight? Eve of the arrival. Doesn't that seem weird to you?
After what he's preaching in there, I don't think anything's weird anymore.
I believe monopolies reign as philosopher kings once reigned.
You're not helping me.
Here, have another cup.
I'm gonna be up all night.
We all will. Stay on it. Bird dog it. I'm sure it's nothing, though.
Tonight's list? For your eyes only, sir. I see Mireille Prideaux's name is absent.
Sir, I have reason to believe the mentor has not been completely forthcoming with us.
You think she's dangerous?
I think she could harm the arrival, yes. In fact, I think those are her intentions.
I always anticipated a certain degree of pushback, if not outright sedition, but not from her. This one stings at the heart. Oh, I hate this music. My goodness, it's really coming down, isn't it?
There's a storm moving in from the northeast. We're tracking it.
I hope it doesn't upend the arrival.
I hope it's not one and the same.
Derringer, we spotted 3908 in the atrium, second floor. Watch the steps.
Roger that.
Problem?
No problem. Just business as usual. But I'm afraid I'll have to catch up with you later.
I see. Watch your step tonight.
You too, sir. Gentlemen, this is Quinn Derringer, Chief of PrisRack. You may notice some of my men sweeping the operations center prior to the arrival. Now, they know not to touch anything valuable, but let them do their work and give those rooms a clean bill of health before our overseer gets up there later tonight for his briefing.
Cold, bitter reality. The whistleblower, the mole, the fifth.
We've got too much inflow. Where are we storing all this data?
It's just runoff from Terminus.
Runoff to where? Is there another server room I'm not aware of?
It's not really a room.
What is it then? What the hell's backing up an extra 30 zettabytes? What?
It's above your pay grade. And mine.
Do you detect a hint of difference in the otherwise steady gold? Now look back at me. What did you say? Nothing, right?
Overseer? Sir, I have Vice Admiral Matthews on the non-dial.
This one?
The other. Yeah, the second one.
Trackless off. Vice Admiral. The magnet sticks to what it knows.
The needle always gets to the point.
Go ahead.
Ledbetter 10620 overcoat 20. 3.
Wakefield 8847 overcoat.
Wait 3 seconds. Okay, go secure.
Avalon 127. We're secure.
This better be important. I have a fleet to attend to.
Yes, about that, Richard. I believe you might have overdone it.
What are you talking about?
That shiny flotilla surrounding...
Our satellite shows 3 battle cruisers, a frigate.
How the hell are you seeing that?
Who do you think I am? Listen to me, sir. Remove those ships. Makes my people uneasy.
Which people are you referring to?
Tomorrow at the arrival, we expect a modest welcome party, not an army.
We're the Navy.
Pennies or pounds, either way, I don't care for it. Now, if you'll excuse me, Admiral, I have rather important business to attend to.
Hey, you called me. No, he hung up on me.
Real difficulties can be overcome. It is only the imaginary ones that are unconscious.
You and the girl have reached a part of the facility even I have never seen before. I've heard only whispered rumors and half-truths about what goes on up there. Hang on. I'm being called away from my desk. I hope to return shortly. Be careful out there. Cooper out.
Potential insurrection now more than ever. If I must scream to be heard, it's only because the digital carpet bombing continues to rattle these walls at a deafening pace. We've become now a truly bizarre coincidence, which has tripped up our surveillance.
Reporting.
Did you go? I'll check his pockets. I got some. Thanks.
Clear. Check in.
Did you disappear?
Another quiet night.
Prisrack checking in.
Did I lose you?
I think I heard something.
Let's see what he's carrying. What are they working on in there? Good idea. My battery was running low. Good idea. My battery was getting low.
What have you got?
Are you guys ready? Give me your numbers.
For vision cone, I gave it 2.
1.
0.
You can, okay,
You
1.
can't do
One,
two,
yeah.
1.
Mine's 2.
Okay.
Threat level.
I gave it a 1. It's 1 through 5.
Oh wait, I have to give you
We're doing
everything.
everything.
Everything is 1 through 5.
Yeah, you rate everything 1 through 5. You need a minute?
Yeah, we're doing the points model.
You gave it 1.
I give threat level 2. I give it a 1. 1.
Alright, you guys ready? Drum roll. Number 1, delay.
What?
Yeah.
That's impossible. That is impossible.
It is a pretty sick ability. I think this is going to go really well.
I think it works really well with our encounters.
Number 2, what do you think it is?
Number 2 is probably like plus or guard or item locator. Those are all
Camera.
Which camera thing?
Photo camera. Take screenshots and
Oh, we didn't even talk about evil
send
camera.
them to your Snapchat.
What?
buddies.
What's evil camera?
We actually.
Oh, it's not a player ability. Like,
okay.
Yeah, just so you know, this is player abilities. We still have like hope abilities and new threats, and the evil camera is a new threat.
Okay.
A new threat. Okay.
Yeah, that's right. All right, sorry.
All right. So that's the camera. Number 3 is Overlord plus plus.
Yes.
Which is a visualization to show you what those distractions can do.
Yeah.
Number 4 is Path plus plus, which are tied for 3rd and 4th, by the way. Seems like we want to take our existing Omni abilities and make them better, which I think sounds good. And Guard Locator in 5th place, which I think is another really strong one. BMI right after that.
I can't carry anymore.
Welcome to my domain. Attacks radio communications. Sorry to see you go. Welcome back.
Is clear.
So soon.
They won't find me in here.